Okay, Helldivers, we're back, and we've got so much to go through as this is a weird one. We've had announcements coming up, but this announcement is that we've got announcements coming up every single day, as well as some changes to the Flamer, which we're going to dive on into. And Yoham got a little bit verbally friendly inside of the Discord and may have uttered out a bit more than what he was supposed to. So we're going to take a look into everything that's happening inside of the game today, and by the sounds of things, every day for the next 7 days. So we'll take a look at exactly what's going on there, but anyway, if you haven't already, smash the beautiful blue thumbs up, subscribe, post notifications turned on, and check out our partner, GamerSupps, the company that specializes in energy and nutrition products for gamers, as well as their products being completely sugar-free, low-calorie, and keto-friendly. They come in a variety of flavors. They also sell loads of accessories, snacks, teas, so much more. And if you head down to the description, click the link, and use code CloudPlays at checkout, you'll get a free worldwide shipping right now. So it's an absolute no-brainer. Go ahead, link in the description. Let's dive on into what's happening inside of the game. So Helldivers first tweeted out this right here. A buff a day keeps the bugs away. Excited to share more details about upcoming update, which will include significant changes aimed at improving your experience in Helldivers 2. From now on, every day, we will shed more and more light on the September 17th update. Well, it feels like that they are definitely feeling the squeeze from Space Marines 2, so they're trying to put out as much as they can every day for the next 7 days till this update is officially live. But what is it that we actually have right now? Well, we had another tweet that went up right here that stated that they've heard us loud and clear and the flamethrower damage is increased by 33%. Flamer mechanics will be reverted to the state before the Escalation of Freedom update, and flame-based weapon can now damage heavier enemies like Chargers, Bile Titans, Impalers, and Hulks. Now, the 33% increase was pretty much just a pullback, which means that it was just reverted. Apparently, they said they couldn't do that, but they have managed to somehow. So they've reverted the damage output to be exactly what it was before the Escalation of Freedom. So for me, not really a buff. That was pretty much inevitable that that was going to happen. What is interesting, though, is that they've increased the penetration so that it takes things out like Chargers, Bile Titans, Impalers, and Hulks. And they're stating that there is around 4 canisters of a flamethrower to take out 1 Bile Titan. Very interesting utilization indeed, but we'll get into that a little bit more in just a bit. He went on to move from that post and hit the Discord, which is where they seem to be putting all of their communications out, and I don't understand it. Move it around everywhere, stick it all into the places that you need to stick it into, get it on the Steam, do what you need to do, but the bloody Discord, man, it's just not taken in properly. But anyway, that's my little ramble about that one. Let's get the communications down. Hopefully we can get this sorted. But he posted up right here stating, hey, I see a lot of people commenting on taking long to do number changes. While it is true in isolation, the update that we are launching now is much larger holistic take to realign the gameplay. The reason why so many of you found excitement in some tools such as the Flamer, the Railgun, Eruptor, etc., we realized is because that you could deal with the heavily armored enemies much more effectively than they were supposed to, according to how the weapons were portrayed. Therefore, the changes that we needed to make were a bit larger than just getting the flamethrower back to where it was, but also getting other weapons up to the level that you were and I feel that they should have been from the start. The game experience of this update will be much more substantial in how you play. More tools will be varying degrees of effective, and specialized tools will work much better against their intended targets. Basically, the game will feel a less frustrating place if you don't have the specialized tools, which essentially means that they're making the game easier in that regard. They're buffing a load of weapons, and I would like to state that the likelihood is the next few weapons we'll hear about will be the Railgun and the Eruptor, because they're the 3 that he's clearly stated. So it'll be an interesting one to see how that one actually works, but he obviously went on to go through a lot more things. He stated right here, in testing, players used a larger variety of weapons and didn't feel penalized. There is still a potential to excel by using the right tools like the spear and the rocket launcher against Bile Titans, but you could, in theory, defeat Bile Titans with a 4-stack of flamethrower Mad Men, which seems to be something that we all wanted to do, not just with the flamethrower, no, but we still wanted to be able to utilize weapons that we enjoyed using and utilize them in a way. There is obviously a motion towards it. Yes, you want special specialized tools to do specialized things, but in the same breath, you also want that fun factor of just taking something in and still being able to relatively succeed with it. It's a bit of an interesting one, but yeah. Now, some of the stuff that he shouldn't have been talking about is like this one right here. Somebody asked if they had any plans to fix the anti-tank mine so they actually be effective used against heavy units, especially with like tanks and stuff. And he responded to this one, says, wait for the rest of the patch notes. We didn't get round to them only triggering from heavy enemies, but yeah, the one-shot charges now. So you can one-shot a charger with an anti-tank mine. So it means that they're actually valid now. So maybe us getting them may have been quite bloody useful. I absolutely love that. Although one thing which is quite concerning, and actually relatively concerning, is yes, I want the weapons to be more powerful. I want there to be a power fantasy there, but I also want to be able to have a bit of a challenge against the highest level difficulty of level 10. Space Marines have absolutely nailed that one, and it seems to be near enough impossible for most people to do at the minute, with it being the first week in. But at this stage of the game, level 10 should be doable, but still a bit challenging. This right here stated, the game will still be challenging at level 10, right? And he stated, it's hard to answer this. I still find it very challenging, but I know how good some of you are. We wanted to get the feeling right before we started ensuring the CR10 is challenging enough for the madmen in this community. Now, that's going to be difficult, because if you're trying to stretch this across all of your player base, but yet still labeling it down to the madmen, you're never going to have that happy medium. So hopefully they manage to find a decent level which works for the casuals and works for the difficulties inside of those more grindy Helldivers such as yourself watching this. Yep, I see you. I see you, you bloody grinder. And he actually went to finalize this whole conversation on Discord by stating, I won't drop any more teasers or spoil anything more. We have many more updates for you, and I hope you keep your eyes peeled over the next couple of days. And for those of you that are currently enjoying Saber's work, an open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. For those of you loyal to democracy, treacherous thoughts are treason. That is hilarious. That was literally a straight in for Space Marine 2. So I don't really know what to say to that, but let me know your opinions via the comment section down below. That was a very interesting take. Anywho, moving on from that, so far, obviously, between Space Marine 2 and the poor changes that they seem to have made from Arrowhead themselves with regards to the most recent issues, it seems to be taking a massive toll on the community. How much so? Well, actually, it's quite a lot so. We were live earlier today, and this number was a lot smaller, but this was at around 9,000 players just on Steam alone, with a 24-hour peak of 16,000. You're looking at an average of about 13 to 14,000 people playing during the day, and maybe about 15 to 16,000 people playing during the evening. This is so sad to see, like, so damn sad. But yeah, it's just one of those, man. Hopefully they manage to revert these changes and bring the game back to life, because these comments that we've got right here from the previous video from a few days ago is pretty much a revelation on its own. It states on the first one, I have no clue what the community wants anymore, but I just dive for democracy. Fair play, man. Fair play. It's actually nice to see that some people are genuinely just playing the game to be able to play the game. So I'm really, really happy for this dude. The second comment is, I'd like to be able to play, but I'm not playing until the weapons don't suck. Which, yeah, pretty much sits where I'm sitting right now. I'm enjoying Space Marine 2. I'm just going to sit here until they manage to move forward with Helldivers and hopefully make the reversions that they need. And the third comment is, there are no overperforming weapons. There are only decent weapons, and the rest, which are dog crap. Which is absolutely true. And the reason for that is there's no PvP. The issue that we've got right now is that they are making nerfs upon reasons of absolutely no reasons. It made no sense to me at all, and hopefully they manage to make these revisions and make the game great again, because Helldivers was such an incredible game, and it deserves to be an incredible game. And hopefully Arrowhead have learned and listened, and they make it a credible game. Obviously, it seems to be the case as of what they're talking about. It's hilarious the reason why that they stated this, because obviously he already said that the reason why we liked all these weapons is because we could deal with the heavily armored enemies much more efficiently. Feel like that's damn logical, don't you? But nonetheless, hopefully they have listened, and for the next 7 days, we've got loads more things coming your way from Helldivers 2. So make sure you stay tuned. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and I'll see you in the clouds.